We told you recently about staffing shortages in the Portland Fire Bureau, potentially impacting emergency response in different neighborhoods.
Well, those problems have not gone away. They're starting to eat away at firefighters' morale. In a story that's all new at 6, Fox 12's Simon Gutierrez explains the potential impact and why some responders are now calling it quits.
Firefighters tell us chronic understaffing is pushing them to mental and physical exhaustion. Some who have been with the Bureau for years say they've never seen morale this low. For months, the union that represents Portland firefighters has been sounding the alarm on what they consider an untenable staffing situation.
We're exhausted. Most of us are working 70, 80, 90 hours or more a week, and with no real end in sight.
Isaac McLennan, president of the Portland Firefighters Association, says the current situation puts both firefighters and the community they serve at risk, with the Fire Bureau regularly making the decision to close or park two-person rescue units because there aren't enough firefighters to go around.
Even today, right now, we have Rescue 11 over in southeast Portland in the Lentz neighborhood. That's been closed down for 12 hours today.
McLennan says there have been more than 100 such closures since December when the Bureau started the practice. Meanwhile, he says firefighters that are able to work are forced to work longer hours to make up for the staffing shortage.
To basically staff our fire department with forced mandatory overtime is just unsustainable.
Faced with that reality, some firefighters have opted to simply quit.
What would you say morale was like in the Fire Bureau before you left?
Probably the worst it's ever been in the 18 years I worked there.
Ryan Rossing left the Fire Bureau in late 2021 after months of unrest in Portland added extra stress along with extended time away from his family. According to city records, he was one of 5 firefighters who resigned just that year.
They have stretched Portland Fire so thin that there's nothing left to give. That's my honest opinion.
As union president, McLennan has taken to frequently posting his concerns on Twitter, an effort to pressure the city to add staff to the Fire Bureau. The union also sent a proposal to Fire Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, suggesting increases in overtime pay as an incentive for weary firefighters.
But that ultimately fell flat on its face when Commissioner Hardesty decided not to address it.
According to Hardesty's staff, the commissioner deeply considered the proposal, but ultimately agreed with Fire Chief Sarah Boone, who said in September that PF&R cannot support this incentive proposal by using $1.6 million from our existing budget. To do so would negatively impact firefighter safety, performance, and operations through deferred purchases of essential materials and services. Chief Boone instead suggested the Bureau shift its focus to aggressive entry-level and lateral firefighter recruitments. McLennan, a 20-year veteran of the Bureau, says recruitment has been a challenge and estimates the Bureau is hiring at a rate roughly half of what it was when he started.
It's dangerous. It's a hard job, a job where you have to work 24 hours a day, and obviously now you're working 90-some hours a week. It's not sustainable. Certainly people don't like the notion that you're going to have to be forced to work. That's not an attractive thing as an employee.
Commissioner Hardesty has said she will be requesting more funding for the Fire Bureau during the city's fall budget adjustments. That funding would include money to hire 13 additional firefighters. Of course, that would have to be approved by the full city council. I'm Simon Gutierrez, Fox 12 Oregon.